Hello again, Denise Watson here to talk to you about mindfulness and mindful eating. And we're going to touch a little more on the practical tip of eating guilt-free. I mentioned before how that guilt over your choice of food actually creates a stress response in the body. It allows your body, doesn't allow your body to digest food properly, absorb the nutrition, and actually causes your body to store that fat. But the negative body image that is actually creating that guilt. If you were a kid, you wouldn't judge a cookie as bad. You would just eat it if you were hungry or not if you weren't. You wouldn't feel guilt and shame for choosing to eat a cookie, and then that failure at achieving whatever restrictive way of eating you put on yourself that day, or achieving the ideal body image that you have, actually creates all of this pressure and all of this stress, and now the guilt and shame is going to create binge eating, overeating, because of your failure at being perfect and attaining that body image. We talked about how this could possibly be the reason for contributing to the link between body dissatisfaction and developing type 2 diabetes. We all have negative thoughts. Subconsciously, psychologists say that 70% of our subconscious beliefs are disempowering, self-sabotaging, limiting beliefs. And, the problem with that is 95% of our thoughts throughout the day are subconscious. We may want to lose weight, we may want to improve our health, but subconsciously, we're telling ourselves, you suck, you're not worthy, you can't do that, you're not smart enough. And so using mindfulness can help us to observe and recognize these subconscious beliefs, these subconscious thoughts that are actually creating that emotion and driving our behavior. So taking a moment to observe your physical sensations. Are you actually hungry? What sounds good? Or is this impulse to eat just coming from an emotion that you're trying to distract from or create? Or are there subconscious thoughts and beliefs driving this behavior? When you let go of that need to lose weight, that need to achieve that perfect body, the pressure to eat perfectly goes away, and you can actually enjoy the food. When you're binging on that food, you're not even tasting it. Your brain's not registering any pleasure. You're eating quickly, and you may not even actually like that food if you eat it slowly. And so binge eating is actually the consequence of a body image disorder. Putting all this pressure on yourself to meet some standard. And so using mindfulness to recognize those negative thoughts, letting go of those beliefs that your happiness comes from, achieving something, obtaining something. There's studies in positive psychology showing that our happiness, we all think that when we are thin, then we'll be happy. If we make more money, have the right relationship, then we'll be happy. And studies show that it's actually the other way around. We are more likely to be successful if we're happy people, if we have social connections. And restrictive ways of eating doesn't always allow for socialization. It's isolation, shame. So social connections. Let's see, what else was it? The optimism, and choosing how you deal with stress. Do you perceive it as a challenge, or is it a threat? So changing your perception, accepting your body as it is now, which is choosing to be happy, choosing to be free of society's expectations of you, is going to actually allow you to get the success on your health journey that you are seeking. So one more practical tip of eating guilt-free: let go of the guilt and shame over your body. Your worth does not come from the shape and size of your body, and intrinsically you know that. So let that go, and I'll be back again with another practical tip. Thanks.